Well, good morning, Miramar, and welcome to the show. I'm your host, Tamara G. Don't forget, you can check us out on all of our social media. We are on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at City of Miramar. That's Miramar. And with us right here in the City of Miramar is our very own Assistant Director of Economic Development and Housing, Rick Hughes. Rick, it's been a while. How are you?
Yes, it has. How are you, Tamara? It's been
I
quite some time, actually.
It has.
Yeah.
I'm well. So I guess it's still not too late to say New Year because I haven't seen you in this
Mhm.
New Year.
Yes. Happy New Year to you. Yeah.
Happy New
What is
Year.
that? I usually have a lifespan of what, maybe 2 months or thereabouts, maybe,
Exactly.
and then you got to kind of move away from that, something like that.
Exactly. Well, I'm getting it in there. So I'm so happy to have you back on the show. And that is because you guys have a wonderful new program that you want to get out the information about Open Rewards. Tell us a little bit about it.
Open Rewards is a shop local program. So our vendor that helps us with our business outreach efforts came up with a program that they launched last year for their clients that allows us to promote and incentivize shopping local. And the way that works is that they have an app that a consumer can download for free on their phone, Apple or Android, and then they can go to the local stores that are on a list and also a map feature on the app that shows the local businesses that are participating in the community. So the consumers can be from anywhere. They don't have to be Miramar residents. So we just want to build business for the local business. And then what I mean by local is locally owned businesses. So these are not chains. They're not the big stores. They're not national stores. They are locally owned. So they're the mom and pops that people refer to, that so it's the barber shop, the salon that's owned, maybe a little boutique store, a little restaurant. So we did focus on food, so restaurants, food stores, if there's a boutique store, local clothing companies, professional services. So we did target those, and we have visited them. We have given them stickers called Open Rewards that are displayed near their cash registers so that they can promote it with us. We've also been doing this kind of outreach to the community, as well as some other things through our marketing department to tell the community about how it's used. Now, when you download the app, which you
Mhm.
can scan off of the QR code through our various means of promoting this, you just link it to a card that you usually use for purchases, a debit card or a credit card. It's business as usual when you go to the merchant. So you just conduct your business as usual. So the merchant doesn't change anything, doesn't add any equipment, doesn't require any new training for their staff. You just go and do your transaction, your good and service. You upload the receipt, whether it's electronic or paper, into the app. The app does all the work. It will then take 5% off as a discount from that purchase and give you that 5% as basically in your digital wallet as sort of
Nice.
I like a discount off of that purchase or service, right? So as you go merchant to merchant, you can accumulate those rewards in the form of that 5% off. And you can use it as you go. So
Mhm.
in other words, if I go to a merchant, I get a service, I get my 5% off. I can go to another store, whatever that amount is, I could use it at my next merchant, or I could just continue to build it over time till I feel like maybe it gets to a level that I really want to use it for something in particular. I can do that. So in a nutshell, that's how it works. And the 5%, as I said, builds. You could also cash it out. So you could either use it at another purchase, or you can let it build and then you have it credited back to your account. Or if you want a check, you can have it sent to you. So it doesn't cost
Nice.
the merchant anything. The merchant is free and clear of this. So when we've been going out to promoting it to them, we made it clear to them that this is our way of helping support you as a local business in the city. So the city is helping to them build their business. Obviously, we are funding it to this launch, which launched early this year, late last year, early this year. We've been starting the program, promoting it, so it's live. So you can absolutely download it. You can go to a website and find a download, and like I
Okay.
said, the QR codes. Look for the stickers that we have been distributing to merchants that are participating. And once you download the app, you'll see, like I said, a map or a list that you can scroll up and see by type of business those particular businesses that are in the program.
Mhm.
So you can go by services, you can go by food, and they'll list them, and then you can work it off of that. So if you see one in particular that you like it, that you go to, You just go there
And
you know,
just do
do the
business as
yeah,
usual.
do the business as usual. So
Yeah.
um, we're hopeful that this will be. It is definitely something new. You know, something we've wanted to do, and this vendor that we're working with, you know, has been able to partner with us and make it fairly simple to do.
Mhm.
I should also note that when we're going out to merchants and giving out the stickers and the little posters promoting it, it's in both English and Spanish. So for a Spanish speaking population, they can also get the information they need about downloading the app and how it works.
So if you are just tuning in, we are speaking with the Assistant Director of the Economic Development and Housing Department at the City of Miramar, Rick Hughes. He was just telling us about the open rewards and how you can use it not only as a business in Miramar, but of course as a consumer. So it goes both ways. Tell the people how important it is, Rick, to support these local businesses, because obviously everybody knows we're coming out of the pandemic, and those mom and pops, the ones who survived, because a lot of them didn't, the ones who survived are still trying to survive because
Right, right.
things just aren't the way they used to be.
Yeah, there's been plenty of things written about how important small businesses are. They generally speaking, they comprise most of the business group in a community. People get a lot of attention with large businesses that hire a lot of people, but the the real fact is that small businesses drive a lot of the local economy, and they're really a cornerstone of local community. So, from a business point of view, so this is an attempt to really recognize that and support that. And you were right, especially during the pandemic, a lot of the small businesses were hurt the most. They had to close or severely restrict their operations. So on top of any relief that they were able to get from local government or federal government during those difficult times, now they're coming out of it 2 years later. This is another little push to say, okay, yeah, we're glad you're still here. We're going to try to build back your business as much as you can, and here's a little extra that we're trying to do. And this is a program we hope to continue. So this isn't, I don't want to make it sound like it's just a pandemic,
Right.
post-pandemic type of thing. This is something that we will continue to support and try to push out and have be successful. And we'll be monitoring it. The one thing I mentioned a few minutes ago about the 5% off is that's kind of a trial sort of program we're doing. We can play with it if the 5% maybe is a level that isn't that incentivizing enough. Maybe we can perhaps down the line adjust that. The other thing I'll point out is that there is a $10 maximum currently on any one transaction, so that equates to $200 transaction.
Okay.
So that's the limit on any particular reward that you would get on a particular transaction.
But
And
listen,
you,
Rick,
yeah.
any reward is
Oh
good.
yeah.
Listen, I
Yeah.
believe in
Any reward.
5%, 10%, or
Yeah.
50%.
And I
I
mean,
believe
they're
in
everywhere. If you think about it, plenty of larger operators and merchants use them. The big, they're
right,
basically loyalty programs. Whether
right.
you accumulate points or some other form of loyalty, it's the principle's the same. So we're following in that whole sort of line of how in the private sector and the merchants that are out there do that anyway. It's
Mhm.
just our way of sort of from the government side of things of getting involved and partnering to support the small businesses.
Right. And there are plenty of, as you know, as being the
We
director,
do. We
assistant
do.
director of economic development, we have
And
many businesses in Miramar.
right now, we've got about 250, to put a number to it, that we
Wow.
have identified in those areas that I mentioned: the locally owned restaurants, the professional services, and the retail operators. So there's plenty of them out there. They're all scattered throughout the city, and some are older and some are newer.
Mhm.
And as newer ones come in and we learn of them being in the city, we add them into those particular groups. So we're doing the best we can to get as many in here as we know are out there, or as they said, as they open up, we will add them to the list.
And many people have cited, I've had many businesses on Good Morning Miramar, they have cited the work that the city does with them to make things easier, to get the permits to open, the incentives to work with the city, which is, one of these right here. That's the reason why, the city has exponential growth going on right now, not only in businesses, but even in housing. Right there at City Hall, there's a brand
Oh
new
yeah,
apartment
yeah,
complex that's going to be
yeah.
built.
Yeah. Yeah, that's going to be the newest thing right here where we are in City Hall. We think it's going to be probably online later this year. I think that's what they're projecting right now, the developer. So yeah, you come through here, you'll see the progress every day. There's a little bit more happening, and so it's getting closer. So yeah, the ground floor actually will have about 26,000 square feet or something or so of new commercial users in there. So we're excited about that because it just adds some more vitality to what's happening here at Town Center.
Mhm.
Yeah,
And
you're
it's
right.
amazing, as I mentioned, that, businesses are moving in, residents are moving in, and all of this is, for the good of Miramar and for the good of South Florida. Great location. You're
Absolutely.
right there on county line, so you can go
Mhm.
back and forth. I don't have to sell it to Rick, but if you are watching
Yeah.
this right now and you want to open a business, or if you would like to be a part of the Open Rewards and you are already a business in Miramar, please contact him. We'll give the information. Or if you are a resident and you would like to, and you don't have to be a resident. I love that fact. You don't have
Oh,
to be a resident of Miramar to use the Open Rewards. Even if you come every week to get your hair done, or
yeah.
this is where you pay your phone bill, or you love this restaurant that's on
Right.
road in hiatus, you can sign up for the Open Rewards. So how can they get more information on the sign up on both ways, whether they're a business or they want to sign up just as a consumer?
Probably the easiest is to go to our main website, excuse me, www.MiramarFL.gov. Go to Economic Development and Housing Department website. It'll be on our main page. We're promoting it directly on there,
Mhm.
and it'll give you what you need to know to download the
All
program.
right.
So,
And listen, 5%, 10%,
yeah.
20%, anything is better than no
Well,
bill.
right,
I love
right.
that.
Yeah. And I think especially, the way it works where the merchant doesn't have to do anything special. So it
Right.
takes that sort of burden off of them, and they hopefully enjoy the increased business that this generates. So
All
we're
right.
excited about it. Yeah.
Sounds good. So for
All
more
right.
information, again, go to MiramarFL.gov. You can go to the page of Economic Development and Housing, and they will have all the information there on the Open Rewards program. Thank you so much, Rick Hughes,
Okay,
the Assistant
Tamara.
Director of the Economic Development and Housing Department at the City of Miramar. Good to see you, and hopefully
Same
I'll
here.
see you in person soon.
Well, yes, looking forward to that. Thanks for having me.
No problem. And
Okay.
thank you for watching Good Morning Miramar. Until next time, I'm your host, Tamara G. See you.